What is it?
The stuff that dreams are made of.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times the Oscars got it wrong.
I believe I deserve some recognition from this board.
My king.
Stop it. Stop it.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
For this list, we're looking at those times when the Academy overlooked deserving nominees and or outright gave the golden statue to the wrong people. Leave a comment, statement, or acceptance speech below, and take your time. We won't let the orchestra play until you're finished. Number 10, Boogie Nights ripped off, the 70th Academy Awards. From the amazing opening long take to the final long shot, Boogie Nights is a brilliant film from one of the greatest directors of his generation. And yet, the only recognition the film got from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences were nominations for Best Supporting Actress, Supporting Actor, and Original Screenplay. As Good as It Gets was a really good film, and Titanic was an all-around cinematic achievement, but Boogie Nights arguably deserved to win Best Picture. How was it not even nominated?
Honey, you okay? Sweetheart? Is something wrong?
And where was P.T. Anderson's Best Director nomination? Also, while Mark Wahlberg was still fairly new to the acting scene, his performance in this film was pitch perfect on every level, and more than deserving of at least a nomination.
I'm ready to shoot the scene, I want to shoot the scene, I'm fine.
Number 9, Best Picture to The King's Speech, the 83rd Academy Awards. The National Society of Film Critics, Los Angeles Film Critics, New York Film Critics Circle, National Board of Review, and Golden Globes are just some of the organizations that picked David Fincher's The Social Network as the best film of 2010.
Mark!
He's wired in. Sorry? He's wired in.
Is he?
Yes.
How about now, you still wired in?
Quentin Tarantino has even called it the best film of the decade, saying, quote, "It is number one because it's the best. That's all. It crushes all the competition." However, according to the Academy Awards, The Social Network wasn't even the best film of the year 2010.
I believe I deserve some recognition from this board.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
I don't understand.
Which part?
You deserve recognition.
That honor went to Tom Hooper's The King's Speech, a solid period drama, but hardly the best film of that year.
There may be dark days ahead. And
try again.
Almost 10 years later, Fincher continues to make Oscar-caliber movies like Mank, while Hooper made Cats. Number 8, Spielberg not nominated for Jaws, the 48th Academy Awards. Steven Spielberg is the most financially successful director of all time, and is often credited with creating the modern blockbuster with his 1975 film Jaws.
You yell shark. We've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
The film was even nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards, although Spielberg was not among the Best Director nominees that year.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
To be fair, 1975 was a pretty great year at the movies, and the director category was stacked with some of the best filmmakers of their generation, including Fellini, Kubrick, Lumet, Altman, and that year's winner, Milos Forman, for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Mr. McMurphy, the meeting was adjourned and the vote was closed.
But the vote was 10-8. The chief, he's got his hand up, look.
However, there was probably some old-school thinking among Academy members who couldn't appreciate the talent and artistic vision behind a blockbuster movie about a shark. Number 7, Green Book wins Best Picture, the 91st Academy Awards. The Oscars so white hashtag stemmed from a noticeable lack of diversity at the 2015 and 2016 Oscars, most notably in the acting categories.
You have a very narrow assessment of me, Toni.
Yeah, right? I'm good.
No, you're not good, you're bad.
Since then, the Academy has tried, or at least tried to make it look like they're trying, to bring more diversity. In 2019, multiple people of color got acting nods, while Best Picture nominations went to BlacKkKlansman and Black Panther.
My king.
Stop it. Stop it.
On the surface, Green Book taking home Best Picture looked like another step forward. However, beneath the surface, this divisive film could be considered a step back.
Christ, I'm blacker than you are.
Excuse me?
The New York Times wrote that the movie has, quote, very little that can't be described as crude, obvious, and borderline offensive. Well, at least the Academy finally made up for Peter Farrelly's Dumb and Dumber snub.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Number 6. Raging Bull loses Best Picture, the 53rd Academy Awards. Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull is a masterpiece. Not only did it garner plenty of praise in 1980, but it has been deemed by many, including famed film critic Roger Ebert, as the best film of that entire decade. It's so ingrained in our cinematic subconscious that many people probably assume it won awards for Best Picture and Best Director at the Oscars. But it didn't.
I'm telling you now, if I hear anything, I swear on our mother, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Those honors actually went to a good film from a very good director, Robert Redford's Ordinary People. It was Redford's first time behind the camera.
And sometimes they're painful. And if you can't feel pain, then you're not going to feel anything else either.
And in a crazy coincidence, Scorsese would suffer the same fate exactly 10 years later. Number 5. Dances with Wolves gets the win, the 63rd Academy Awards. A decade after failing to give Raging Bull the top prize, the Academy had ample opportunity to make it up to Martin Scorsese. The director arguably topped his 1980 masterpiece with 1990's Goodfellas, one of the definitive mob movies.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Goodfellas was nominated for Best Picture, and Scorsese earned a directing nod. The film was arguably his best since Raging Bull, and some critics have even called it Scorsese's finest work.
What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
But again, not the Academy. Talk about déjà vu. Scorsese and his film lost to an actor turned first-time director. This time, it was Kevin Costner and Dances with Wolves.
The longer this condition persists, the less inclined I am to believe that anyone will.
Sure, that's a good movie, but it's no Goodfellas. Don't worry, Marty. Your Oscar is only another 16 years away.
How many of these guys have been with you long enough to be disgruntled, huh?
Number 4. Crash over Brokeback Mountain, the 78th Academy Awards. When people talk about overrated Best Picture winners, Crash has become the default answer for many.
So you tell me, why aren't we scared?
Because we got guns?
You could be right.
One particular director had this to say about the crime drama. Quote, "Was it the best film of the year? I don't think so. Why should anyone care what this one director had to say? Well, maybe because he is Paul Haggis, the writer and director of said Best Picture winner.
You embarrass me. You embarrass yourself."
And he isn't alone. In 2015, The Hollywood Reporter asked hundreds of Academy voters to recast their vote on the 2006 race. And this time in their poll, Brokeback Mountain came out on top.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Then why don't you just let me be, huh?
Number 3. The Wrong Thing to Do the Right Thing, the 62nd Academy Awards. In 1992, John Singleton became Oscar's first black Best Director nominee for Boyz n the Hood.
Hey man, what's wrong with you?
He should have been at least the second, following Spike Lee for Do the Right Thing. While Lee did get in for Best Original Screenplay, he lost that award and wasn't even nominated for Best Director. The film wasn't nominated for Best Picture either. Instead, the Oscars laid praise on a much tamer, less important, and more Academy-friendly look at race relations, Driving Miss Daisy.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to drive you to the stove.
As Lee put it, Driving Miss Daisy isn't, quote, being taught in film schools all across the world like Do the Right Thing is. While Lee finally won a screenplay Oscar for Black Klansman, star John David Washington went overlooked in Best Actor. Number 2, Citizen Kane loses Best Picture, the 14th Academy Awards. What is the greatest movie of all time? The answer to that question will obviously vary depending on who you ask. But when it comes to critics, filmmakers, historians, and writers, the answer that you will hear most often is without a doubt Citizen Kane.
Mr. Thatcher is one of our most devoted readers. He knows what's wrong with every copy of the Inquirer since I took over.
And one answer you will probably never hear is How Green Was My Valley? And yet, in 1942, at the 14th Academy Awards, it was the latter that took home the top prize.
What can I do for you?
In fact, on another lesser but still wrong note, The Maltese Falcon, a great movie often cited as the birth of film noir, was another one of the Best Picture nominees that lost to How Green Was My Valley that year.
What is it? The
stuff that dreams are made of.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Ava DuVernay not nominated for Selma, the 87th Academy Awards. The film was nominated for Best Picture. Maybe they thought it directed itself?
It can't wait, Mr. President.
No Catherine Bigelow in Best Director for Zero Dark 30, the 85th Academy Awards. Another case of a movie nominated for Best Picture and its female director not nominated.
Okay, fine, 95%, because I know certainty freaks you guys out, but it's 100.
Toni Collette snubbed, the 91st Academy Awards. Collette delivered a career best performance in Hereditary, but no love from the Academy.
Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother! Do you understand?
Akira Kurosawa loses, the 58th Academy Awards. He was amazingly only nominated once for Best Director, and he lost. Adam Sandler snubbed, the 92nd Academy Awards. From Punch Drunk Love to Uncut Gems, the Academy refuses to acknowledge Sandler.
Let's see what has Vegas got you guys at tonight? Take a look. Let's see.
Are you serious? You're gonna put this up right here?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Saving Private Ryan loses Best Picture, the 71st Academy Awards. Of all the films that have won Best Picture at the Academy Awards, a significant percentage of them also won Best Director.
I think I got a winner. What are you talking about?
One of the times that didn't happen is also the most egregious mistake that the Oscars has ever made. In 1999, the Academy deemed Steven Spielberg the Best Director for his film Saving Private Ryan.
Come up with a better way to knock the tracks off a tank. I'm all ears.
However, in a decision that shocked Hollywood, the Best Picture Oscar went to Shakespeare in Love. And while Shakespeare in Love is a very good film, most people credit its victory less to artistic merits and more to the hardcore and overwhelming marketing push that it got from the studio.
What do we do now? The show must, go on.
A victory that, as Vanity Fair wrote just a few years ago, quote, changed the awards forever. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.